Okay, so just had my second try of technische Informatik exam, technical IT, and it was more tougher than the last one, than the first try. But I kind of feel like I did better on this one because I could do more tasks than from the first try. So yeah, let's see how the result would be. But after getting the result of the first try, I was a bit shocked that I failed, because on the first try I also had a good feeling, but I also knew that I only could do like 3-4 tasks from out of 8, so that's already less than 50%, almost 50%. But yeah, and as I already, like, I had 3 exams, right, and I failed all the first tries in all 3 exams. So I was, after getting the result for the third exam, I was so numb that I didn't actually feel the guilt. I knew that, I was like, wait. So at that point, when I got to know the result of the third exam of the first try, like technical informatic, the exam, the second try for which I gave today, after getting its result of the first try, I was not I was a bit shocked, but not like crazy. But I didn't feel the guilt, and I wasn't really down, because I had already failed the first tries of the first 2 exams. So yeah, but the approach was in the last 12 days. That was the time period from the first try of the last exam and the second try of the last exam. At the in the first week, I was not really locked in. I was like, I was only studying for like 3 to 4, 4 to 5 hours approx, and that wasn't like exactly the way I planned it. But in the second week, it got more intense. Wait, I have to catch my bus. So just came back home now, and as I said, the exam was this time quite better than the last one, but it was actually tougher than the last one, because there were questions about RAM and, for example, more automat, but and those questions weren't asked in the last exams. So my strategy, the strategy that I followed after failing the first try of my last exam was that, of technische Informatik, was that I would do every task from the old exams, and that worked quite well, I would say, because in the first try I could only do the 3 tasks, which were assembler, cache, and the third one was like, and the Quinn-Mikulski task, in which you have to like make KV diagrams and make some and get a function out of it. As I said, in the first week I wasn't really locked in. I was like I was always thinking like I have enough time to cover it up because I've already learned the topics. But in the second week and in the second week I got really intense. It got really intense because of which I was like, oh damn, I don't have really much time though. So at this point, I kind of wish that I got a bit more focus. I should have gotten a bit more focus in the first week also, rather than just in the second week. But yeah, I would say it was it was a good exam. I could do like around 6 tasks. The first one was like MCQs. I could just show you one of the old exams I have open. So the first exam, so the first try was like, first of all you have like MCQs, then you have IE 754 single precision, in which you have to take 2 hexadecimal numbers and add it and give the result in hexadecimal. So, and this was like the structure. You have automats, then you have Queen McCluskey, Schaltnetz, that's the diagrams for the gutters. Here you have not gutter, here you have and gutter. So in this exam we didn't have that in the second try. The second try was a bit more tougher. Usually you have like 7, 8 tasks, but 7, 8 or 9, but yeah, sorry, 9 tasks, but in this exam there were 10 tasks. So it was, yeah, a bit more tougher and a bit more complexer, but still I would say it was quite better. And yeah, and you have to also have to mention that it is my first semester right now, and the first 3 exams were like, first of all you have algorithms and programming, and then you have logic and discrete structures, that's completely math, and then you have TE, that's technical IT, which was today the second try. And so yeah, I also made a plan right here, and the goal passing marks I want. So first of all, here you have on 30th March are going to be the exam phase. So I would wake up at 9:30, deep work till 12:30, maybe do some old exams 12:32. So yeah, of course that's the plan how I want it to be, but mostly in the first week, as I already said, that I was not really locked in, and I was kind of having fun, kind of just learning for 4 to 5 hours. But yeah, in the second week I tried a bit more harder, and yeah, so yeah, that's kind of a short video for about a computer science student, just rest the exams. The next exam, the algorithm and programming exam, is on 25th. Today is 13th, so I exactly have like 12 days. And yeah, I would now try to stay locked in the first week too. But right now I'm just going to enjoy, because I wrote an exam today, and yeah. And to be honest, And the important part, when I first like got my result of my first exam, I was really like feeling like a failure. And and when I started learning for the second exam, the first try only, while learning, I was constantly thinking about how I'm going to pass that and how much of a kind of a failure I am right now, because I couldn't pass the first exam in my first semester. But then one day, while I was just scrolling on my phone, I kind of saw a video about how a man is telling, about a guy is telling how it's better to be a bit more grateful for what you have rather than just asking asking God about things which you don't have. He told that if you keep saying to God like, I want to have this, I want to have this, I want to have this grade, I want to pass in this subject, like that, then the universe or the God wouldn't be exactly give you those things, because you are saying that you don't have those things and you are just a beggar asking for things. Rather, the guy advised that you should show some more gratitude to express that all what you have is really enough, and by seeing that, the God will see that as a positive sign. Like for example, if you go to if your mom cooked something like, I don't know, what's the dish you don't like something like, I don't know, some curry or something, or some soup, and you tell her that you don't really like that soup, and you have to see that your mom would feel more negative about it, because she has given you she has how should I say it, because she took her time to make this stuff for you, and you are not being grateful for it and just saying that you don't like it. And that is also, and whereas if you kind of say thank you about it, if you say that the soup or the curry is like absolutely great, she will be more positive towards you and would say like, would you want to have more, like for example, come have more. So that's the principle what the guy was trying to explain. That's exactly how we should be towards God or towards universe. We have to be grateful for the stuff we have. So at that time, I was trying to kind of stabilize my mental state, because I was having like weird thoughts. And when I saw that video, I thought like, okay, yeah, we can't just, I can't just go and cry and just say bad stuff to me. That wouldn't help. I would have to fight and, yeah, have to pass in the second try, because the second try is also something that God gave you. Like, I saw it that way. I don't know, it might sound a bit corny, but yeah, I was trying to like kind of be more positive about it, because if I hadn't been positive, I wouldn't have actually given it a second shot. I wouldn't have been actually be able to give it a second shot, because if I would have constantly replayed the situations that were in the exam, that I couldn't do these tasks or the results I saw, I would have given up. And to be honest, at that point I just didn't want to do anything. But after seeing that video, I kind of tried. But I'm not saying that the video completely changed my life upside down, but I saw what he tried to say. He was like, you have to be a bit more grateful, and yeah. And he also gave an example of kind of Donald Trump, and he said like Donald Trump was in debt of like minus 600 million or something. I don't know, I don't remember the numbers, but he didn't give up, and now he's like actually in some kind of profit. So he said, every failure that you see is just a psychological failure, psychological defeat, like something like that. And till you're breathing, you have always a chance to shoot a goal or something like that. I'm not sure, but of course, yeah, that was the video. I hope you liked it. It was kind of weird that I'm just trying to create a new YouTube channel, and just show my life as a computer science student and how we deal with the problems, how I deal with the problems. And yeah, appreciate y'all.